What's up, guys? Welcome back. Find yourselves a place to sit, relax with me for a few minutes while we look at variable voltage, variable wattage, also known as variable power. I might throw in the terms ohms and resistance. Those two items are the exact same thing, and that's just talking about the coil that you have on top. Okay, that's it. So this video goes out to Kim. Congratulations on the new Halo Triton variable voltage model. That's an awesome looking battery you got going on there. And shout out to Daryl, who celebrated 2 weeks smoke free this past Friday. Good job, buddy. Keep it up. Okay? Now, variable voltage, variable power. Where do we begin? This is an electronic cigarette, okay? There's a coil on top, right? This electronic cigarette creates a circuit. That's what it does. Very simple circuit. How does it do that? Well, within this tube, there's a battery, so that's our power supply. There's a coil, which is where we're going to deliver that power to, and a switch, which is going to make that circuit complete. So pushing the switch creates a circuit, vapor's produced, and we're all happy campers. Okay, but this is a very simple mod. This is mechanical, there's no circuitry in it. It's only going to deliver the power that's within the battery. This battery is a 3.7 volt battery, so that's all it's going to give it. On a full charge, it's going to be a little bit more. As the battery starts to die off a bit, it's going to be a little bit less, but in essence, it's going to be around 3.7 volts all the time. Okay, so how do I make it a better vape? Well, I could change the resistance of the coil that I have on here. I could build a different coil, have a lower resistance, and once that resistance is lower, it creates more vapor, it heats up faster, and heats up hotter. Better vape. But what if I don't want to build a coil? What if I don't want to buy a replacement coil that's a lower resistance? Well, you can get yourself into a variable voltage mod. Now, all that a variable voltage mod does is adjust the voltage that your battery puts off. So that 3.7 volt battery, you can have it put off 4.2 volts if you want. You can have it put off 4.8 volts. Some devices are like 5 volts or 6 volts and up. So you can adjust that to give yourself a stronger, harder hit. That's all it does. It's very simple. Now, if you're new to variable voltage, one suggestion I would make is start low and then work your way up slowly. So 3.7 volts is a good starting point. If you want a little more, go 3.8. Have 5-6 pulls off of it and see if it starts drying out. Then go up to 3.9, 4 volts, and then you can kind of find it. But if you're going from 3.7 to 4, it's easy to go to 4.5 and then go, man, let's try 4.8. And you might get a couple good hits and go, wow, what was I missing? But those wicks won't be able to wick enough juice, and after about, maybe 8 or 10, 12 pulls maybe, it's going to get dry and you're going to get a burnt hit, and that is not very desirable. Okay, that's about as much fun as getting a mouthful of juice or breaking your favorite tank, Clearo, or Cartomizer. It's not good. Okay, so my suggestion is to drive slow. Okay, work your way up slowly, and you're going to have a very pleasant time with it. So that's all variable voltage does. It's pretty simple. It's just taking more from your battery. Your battery will die quicker if you're going, higher, and it will last longer if you're sitting lower in the voltage setting. So if you're at like 3.4 volts, your battery's going to last a long time. You're also going to get a pretty weak vape. Now, let's move forward to variable wattage, also known as variable power mods. Now, what's so special about that? It's still adjustable, right? Yes, it is adjustable. But if you're using different tanks and different resistances of coils within that tank, sometimes variable voltage can be a pain because there's some guesswork to it. Okay, so let's say I have this on here. Now, I'm at 10 watts right now. In order to get a vape that's at 10 watts, I need to put how much voltage to it? This 1.6 ohm coil, I would need to put 4 volts to this. Simple enough, right? But let's say I take another tank with a different resistance or ohm coil in it. So that was the 1.6 that needed 4 volts. If I want 10 watts out of this one, it's going to take a minute to kick in. It's a 2.2 ohm coil. So to get that 10 watts from the 2.2 ohm coil, I need to put 4.69 volts to it. It's about 4.7. That's a huge jump to get, you know, a similar vape. Now it works the same way going down. Okay, I've got a lower resistance coil here. This is in my Genesis style Addy. It's the Aga T3 Plus. Now this is a 1.2 ohm coil. So to get 10 watts out of this, it's going to be a much lower voltage. It doesn't need as much to heat up. It's 3.46 volts. So we went pretty much a full volt difference to get the same vape within a 1.2 to a 2.2 ohm coil. So I don't want to guess. I don't want to guess that, oh yeah, this was 3.4, that one was 4, the other one's 4.5. Wait, was that 4.4? Was that 3.6? It becomes hard to keep up, especially if you have, you know, a handful of different tanks or toppers that you're putting on. So variable wattage just kind of does the math for you, figures it out, and if you like 8.5 watts, you can set it to that, and everything you put on it is going to be pretty close. Not saying that it's going to be exact and you're never going to make adjustments, because you are. Different tanks perform differently. Different juices need different voltages, and you will still adjust, but you're not going to adjust every time. And you're going to be able to just go, okay, well, I'm at 10 watts on this. I want to go 11 for this. I want to go 9.5 on this. It becomes much more simple. So a lot of people are really, you know, are really turned on to variable voltage / variable power devices because there is no guesswork. Either way, it's doing the exact same thing as variable voltage. It's adjusting it. It's just taking the math out of it. You don't have to remember, like, you know, to create this circuit, you know, amps is equal to voltage over resistance, so I need to do this, and like, I don't want to do Ohm's law. I have an Ohm's law calculator on my phone if I need to use it, but I don't want to do it. You know, I want this thing to do it for me. I want something to do it for me. And variable wattage is really nice for that. So natural progression, standard starter kit, variable voltage mod, and then move into variable wattage, and then maybe get into like a mechanical mod with 3.7 volts constant and start building sub-ohm coils and just go nuts with it. But hopefully that helps you out and gives you kind of an idea of how variable voltage, variable wattage differ, and how your electronic cigarette works. Pretty simple device, okay? Let me have a pull. Whoa, baby! This is like a 0.25 ohm coil on here, so it just goes nuts off the 3.7 volts, okay? Plus I took the drip tip off, so it's just spinning everywhere. Alright, be careful with your electronic cigarettes. You don't want to get hot juice in the eye or anything. So, like I always say, guys, butt out, vape up, and breathe easy. Know your limits and vape within it, and you'll have yourself a stellar day. If you like the videos, like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next one. Alright? Have a good day. Congratulations, Daryl, on your 2 week smoke free. Kim, for your new looking awesome iridescent battery tube variable voltage. I really hope you enjoy it. Thanks for turning me on to electronic cigarettes. Have a good one.